Imagine, it's early morning in America. New York is waking up. Los Angeles traffic is already building. Chicago is cold and unforgiving. Somewhere in a quiet apartment or a small house, your alarm goes off. You already know what you should do. Get up, move your body, work on your goals, fix your life. But instead, your hand reaches for the phone. Notifications, messages, social media. 5 more minutes, 10 more minutes. And just like that, the day is lost before it even begins. No one forced you. No one attacked you. No one blocked your path. You surrendered. This is the part no one tells you in motivational speeches. In a free country like the United States, failure is rarely caused by oppression. It is caused by lack of self-command. Alexander the Great conquered nations, armies, and empires. But he never conquered his anger, his impulses, or his ego. And that internal failure destroyed him young. Today, millions of people conquer jobs, degrees, money, and social status. But internally, they are undisciplined, emotionally weak, and mentally scattered. Here is the hard truth. If you cannot control yourself, life will control you. Your habits will own you. Your emotions will manipulate you. Your impulses will ruin you. This video is not comfort. It is not motivation. It is a command to wake up. Because the most brutal war you will ever fight is not outside. It is inside your own mind. So here are 15 brutal rules to conquer yourself, designed for the real world, real pressure, and real American life. Rule number 1. The enemy is not the system. It's the person in the mirror. In America, it's easy to believe that success or failure depends on systems, policies, or luck. People blame the economy, the job market, their boss, or their background. But blaming external forces quietly removes your power. The truth is uncomfortable, but it is freeing. Your habits decide your future more than any system ever will. The person you see in the mirror controls how early you wake up, how focused you stay, and how seriously you take your responsibilities. No one forces you to waste time, procrastinate, or avoid hard work. Those are internal decisions. Every time you delay action, you train yourself to be weaker. Every time you take responsibility, you strengthen your character. Self-mastery begins when excuses end. Progress starts the moment you say, "This is on me." When you stop fighting imaginary enemies and confront the real one, your life finally moves forward. Rule number 2. Stop letting your feelings decide your actions. Feelings are temporary, unreliable, and constantly changing. Yet modern culture teaches people to treat emotions as authority. This creates inconsistency and weak discipline. Successful people do not wait to feel motivated before acting. They understand that motivation is a result of action, not a prerequisite. If you only work when you feel good, you will lose momentum every time life gets difficult. Responsibilities do not disappear just because you feel tired or unmotivated. Adults act based on commitment, not comfort. Discipline creates structure in chaotic environments. It protects you from emotional decision-making. When feelings say stop, discipline says continue. Over time, this builds confidence and self-respect. You begin to trust yourself because you follow through. Mastering your emotions does not mean ignoring them. It means refusing to let them control your behavior. Rule number 3. Command your body before it starts controlling you. Your body is designed to seek comfort and avoid pain. In today's environment, comfort is everywhere. Easy food, endless entertainment, and minimal effort are the default. If you allow your body to lead, it will choose ease every time. This slowly weakens your mind. Physical discipline strengthens mental authority. When you wake up on time, move your body, and control what you consume, you send a powerful signal to your brain. That signal is leadership. Training your body teaches it obedience. You don't negotiate with discomfort, you move through it. Over time, resistance becomes easier to handle. Your confidence grows because you prove to yourself that you can do hard things. A disciplined body supports a disciplined life. When your body listens to your mind, your entire system becomes stronger and more reliable. Rule number 4. Instant gratification is quietly destroying your potential. Instant pleasure feels harmless, but it comes with a hidden cost. Every quick dopamine hit trains your brain to avoid effort. Over time, focus weakens and patience disappears. You begin to crave stimulation instead of progress. Social media, junk food, and constant entertainment condition you to seek ease. But meaningful success requires delayed gratification. Strong individuals choose effort before reward. They understand that discomfort today creates freedom tomorrow. Each time you resist an easy escape, you build self-control. Each time you choose long-term benefit over short-term pleasure, you strengthen your future. Discipline rewires your brain to tolerate effort. Comfort delays growth, but effort accelerates it. The more you delay gratification, the more control you gain over your direction. What you resist today determines who you become tomorrow. Rule number 5. Learn to be alone without escaping or distracting yourself. Many people fear silence because silence exposes truth. Distraction becomes a shield against self-reflection. Constant noise prevents clarity. When you are alone without stimulation, your real thoughts surface. This can feel uncomfortable at first, but discomfort is a sign of growth beginning. Solitude forces honesty about habits, goals, and direction. It allows you to process emotions instead of suppressing them. Strong minds use solitude to think, plan, and recalibrate. Independence grows when you stop needing constant external input. When you are comfortable alone, you stop seeking validation. You stop depending on approval. You become emotionally self-sufficient. That independence makes you harder to manipulate. Rule number 6. Kill your ego before it destroys your future. Ego is silent, but it is deadly. It convinces you that you already know enough and don't need correction. It makes you defend your flaws instead of fixing them. In American culture, ego is often confused with confidence, but they are not the same. Confidence is grounded in reality. Ego is built on denial. Ego prevents learning because it hates being challenged. It reacts emotionally instead of thinking logically. When ego is in control, feedback feels like an attack. Growth requires humility, and ego resists humility. Strong people question themselves regularly. They ask where they are weak, not where they are superior. Killing ego doesn't mean lowering your standards. It means raising your awareness. When ego dies, discipline becomes easier. You stop lying to yourself about effort and excuses. A controlled ego creates long-term success, while an inflated ego guarantees collapse. Ego seeks comfort. Growth requires discomfort. Ego wants to be right. Wisdom wants to improve. Unchecked ego isolates you from mentors and lessons. Humble minds absorb knowledge faster. Every major downfall begins with unchecked ego. Self-mastery starts the moment ego stops speaking. Rule number 7. Stop living for validation and approval. Many people unknowingly live for approval. Likes, praise, recognition, and attention become emotional oxygen. When approval is present, they feel confident. When it disappears, they feel lost. This creates emotional dependence. In competitive environments, validation is inconsistent and unreliable. Some days you are praised, other days ignored. If your self-worth depends on others, your confidence will always be unstable. Strong individuals build internal standards. They judge themselves based on discipline, effort, and integrity. They don't need applause to stay consistent. Criticism doesn't break them, and praise doesn't intoxicate them. This emotional stability creates mental strength. When you stop chasing validation, your focus sharpens. Self-respect replaces approval-seeking, and that is real confidence. Approval-seeking makes you predictable and controllable. Internal validation makes you independent. Strong people respect themselves before expecting respect. External praise fades. Internal standards remain. Freedom begins when approval loses importance. A stable identity is built from within. Rule number 8. Control your tongue or lose control of your life. Words are powerful weapons, especially when spoken without control. Many lives are damaged not by actions, but by careless words. Anger lowers intelligence and increases regret. Speaking emotionally often creates problems that didn't exist before. Silence in heated moments is strength, not weakness. Pausing before speaking gives your mind time to regain control. Strong people choose restraint over reaction. They understand that not every thought needs expression. In workplaces and relationships, words build or destroy trust. A single sentence can undo years of effort. Controlled speech reflects emotional intelligence. It shows maturity and self-awareness. People listen more when you speak less. Measured words carry weight and authority. When you master your tongue, you master your impulses. Silence protects your dignity. Reactions expose your weaknesses. Composure earns respect without force. Wise people think twice and speak once. Words cannot be taken back once released. Self-control begins with speech. Rule number 9. Destroy excuses and accept ruthless responsibility. Excuses are comforting, but they are dangerous. They protect your ego while damaging your progress. Every excuse delays growth. Blaming circumstances removes personal power. Responsibility restores it. Strong people take ownership even when situations are unfair. They ask what they can control instead of who to blame. This mindset creates momentum. Responsibility forces maturity. It sharpens focus and increases discipline. When you own your mistakes, you learn faster. When you eliminate excuses, you gain clarity. Energy shifts from explanation to execution. Progress accelerates when responsibility becomes a habit. A life without excuses is a life with direction. Excuses make failure comfortable. Responsibility makes success possible. Leaders take blame, victims assign it. Ownership builds resilience. Control returns when excuses disappear. Discipline grows where excuses die. Rule number 10. Run toward fear instead of running away from it. Fear is not always a warning. Often, it is a signal. It points toward growth and expansion. Avoiding fear strengthens it. Facing fear weakens it. Confidence is built through action, not thinking. Fear survives in hesitation. Action disrupts its power. Each time you confront discomfort, your tolerance increases. Your nervous system adapts. What once felt overwhelming becomes manageable. Courage is not the absence of fear. It is movement despite fear. Strong people don't wait to feel ready. They act, and readiness follows. Growth begins exactly where comfort ends. Fear shrinks when challenged consistently. Every avoided fear grows stronger. Every faced fear loses authority. Action rewires belief. Momentum kills anxiety. Fear is defeated by repetition. Rule number 11. Treat promises to yourself as sacred. Every promise you make to yourself shapes how you see yourself. Self-trust is not built through talent. It is built through consistency. Each time you keep your word, your confidence strengthens quietly. Each time you break it, your mind records another failure. Over time, broken promises create self-doubt. People often ask why they lack motivation. The real reason is broken self-trust. When you stop believing yourself, effort feels pointless. Strong individuals guard their commitments seriously. They don't make promises casually. They understand that small daily promises matter more than big goals. Waking up on time builds more discipline than talking about success. Showing up builds identity. Follow-through builds authority. Your brain rewards reliability with confidence. Inconsistency trains weakness. Consistency trains strength. You don't rise to your intentions. You fall to your habits. Honor your word, especially when it's inconvenient. That inconvenience is where discipline is born. Self-mastery begins with keeping promises no one else hears. Rule number 12. Let go of the past without becoming weak. The past has already taken enough from you. Holding on to regret keeps you mentally frozen. Many people relive mistakes instead of correcting direction. Reflection is useful. Obsession is destructive. Strong people separate lessons from emotions. They analyze the mistake, not their self-worth. The past cannot be changed, but it can be understood. Growth requires movement, not rumination. Guilt drains energy meant for action. Shame clouds judgment and slows progress. Letting go does not mean forgetting. It means refusing to live there. Forgiveness is not softness, it is strategy. It clears mental space for focus. You cannot build the future while dragging the past. Strength is moving forward without denial. Weakness is replaying old pain endlessly. Learn fast. Release fully. Move forward decisively. Freedom begins the moment the past loses authority over your present. Rule number 13. Master the power of saying no without guilt. Every yes costs something. Usually, it costs time, energy, or focus. Many people overcommit and underperform. They say yes to others and no to themselves. This creates resentment and burnout. Strong individuals understand the value of boundaries. They protect their priorities intentionally. Saying no is not rejection. It is selection. You choose what matters most. Discipline requires exclusion. Focus demands sacrifice. Not everyone deserves access to your time. Not every opportunity deserves attention. Clear boundaries communicate self-respect. They train others how to treat you. When you say no calmly, confidence increases. Guilt fades with clarity. The more you protect your time, the more productive you become. Boundaries turn goals into reality. Saying no is how serious lives are built. Rule number 14. Remember death to live with urgency. Death is certain, timing is not. Ignoring this fact leads to wasted years. Most people live as if time is unlimited. They delay action and postpone purpose. Remembering death sharpens decision-making. It exposes trivial concerns. It strips away ego and distraction. When you remember mortality, priorities become clear. You stop arguing over nonsense. You stop chasing meaningless validation. You focus on what truly matters. Urgency replaces procrastination. Intensity replaces apathy. Purpose replaces noise. Living with awareness of death creates discipline. Not fear, focus. Not anxiety, clarity. Each day becomes intentional. Each choice gains weight. Life becomes sharper when time feels finite. Memento mori is not dark, it is empowering. Rule number 15. Accept that self-mastery is a lifelong war. There is no final victory over yourself. There is only daily discipline. The moment you relax, weakness returns. Comfort invites decay. Ego waits patiently for complacency. Strong individuals stay alert. They never assume they are finished. Self-control requires maintenance. Habits must be defended daily. Discipline must be renewed constantly. There are no neutral days. You are either building strength or losing it. Progress is slow but cumulative. Regression is quiet but destructive. Those who stay vigilant improve steadily. Those who relax decline silently. This war never ends, but neither does growth. Consistency wins quietly over time. Mastery is not dramatic, it is disciplined. Those who accept this truth win permanently. If you reach this point, understand this clearly. This was not motivation. This was a mirror. Self-mastery is not about perfection. It is about control. Control over impulses. Control over habits. Control over direction. The world is loud, fast, and distracting. But the strongest people are calm, disciplined, and focused. They do not wait to be pushed. They command themselves. You don't need more inspiration. You need standards. You need structure. You need self-command. This journey is difficult. It demands honesty. It demands discipline. But it gives freedom. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being part of this amazing journey. If this message challenged you, strengthened you, or forced you to think, subscribe to the channel, stay committed, and continue this journey toward becoming the strongest version of yourself.